Hi, welcome to Nav's Comics. Hope you survived the experience. So I haven't done a video in a while, and I just read Batman Imposter. Now, I wish I could say just read issues 1, 2, and 3, since issue 3 just came out, I think, on the 15th. But I get my comic ship monthly. I won't see number 3 till next month, so I read issues 1 and 2. But still, I read it, and I really enjoyed it to the point where I just want to say, hey, maybe you should check out this book. So it's a 3-issue series. It's Black Label DC, I guess, which kind of means mature. I don't really feel that there's mature elements here, at least so far. Beyond a typical Batman book, but it is, it takes place in its own world. So maybe that's part of the Black Label thing. Although, DC Metal, or not Metal, but Dark Knights, whatever that fantasy-ish one that's going on right now, that's Elseworlds and not Black Label. Same with DC versus Vampires. Anyway, so this book, I guess I'm holding this one, or whatever. I'll just put number 2 up here. This is written by Matson Tomlin. The artwork and cover art by Andrea Sorrentino, and the colors are by Jordi Belair. Now, I will say, the first page, I saw this and I just had a hard time parsing what it was saying, because I kind of reading it like this. I mean, because I'm not gonna just wide open this kind of comic. It's a prestige format, got this kind of binding, but I just love the artwork in this. Like, there's one example. Like, there's all sorts. I mean, it's all the same style. It's the same artist, of course. But you got this kind of trying to avoid the glare. It's kind of a gorgeous, like, different kind of panels going on here. They do that every so often, but that's not the standard. It just happened to be the one I flipped to. See if I can find I should have did this before I started. See if I can find a really good one. I mean, this isn't spectacular or something. It's just an example of the type of artwork that you're going to see in this book. I just really dig it. And so this is a story about Batman. I guess, I'm not sure how soon after he became Batman, but I guess a couple years after he returned from his training far away. So it seems kind of newish. Here's kind of a good... It's got that whole a ton of panels kind of thing going on. But yeah, this, the story is very interesting. Yeah, I guess I'll get back to that. And I'm gonna put this back in the bag of board as I talk. But so this is a story, Batman the Imposter. It's about this imposter Batman, this other someone out there in Gotham that is dressed up like Batman, except the difference is that they're killing people. And so Batman obviously doesn't kill. And just to sort of point out, there are elements in this book that tell you it's Elseworlds. It's not continuity. There's certain aspects to this, and I won't go into it because I don't want to spoil anything. And the things I'm talking about show up in issue 2, and they're not particularly... they're not game changers. They're not twisting the story, but it really cements the fact that this is its own world, its own story. But so it's about Batman kind of hunting down this imposter. I say that there's that's like half the book. So there's another part, where I showed you the first page where it had crash, and he's crashing into an apartment of someone. It turns, and it may probably intentionally, but it's a psychologist or psychiatrist that he went to as Bruce Wayne. And so and this is revealed immediately. She finds out that Bruce Wayne is Batman because he crashes into her apartment he needs help. He's really he needs help physically. He had injuries. So there's a lot where she's kind of processing of what she should do in regards to turning him in or treating him. There's also a part with this I believe her name is Detective Blair Wong. So she's part of GCPD, Gotham City Police Department, and a lot of it is her. So it's really kind of a Bruce story and then a Blair story with a bit of this doctor who I forget her name, unfortunately. But it's just a really well done, beautiful book. And what's really nice, like I pointed out, this is like prestige format. I put it away. I show the binding, but I wanted to see how much it cost. I have a feeling this is like $5.99. We'll see if the back says, yeah, it's $5.99. I get them discounted through my discount comic book service, but what I wanted to say to that point, to the price point though, is that there's a lot of reading to do here. When I started the first one, I was... You never know. Like sometimes you go through a book and it's super fast. And this one, there's a lot of reading, but there's no unnecessary narrative. There's no unnecessary inner monologue, in my opinion. There's maybe a little bit, but not. I mean, it's very we're talking like 1% or something. It's very minor. So like when it came to issue 2, I knew I needed to like really have time to read it. I didn't read it right away. I read one night and then the second one the next day. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Would definitely recommend this. I know there's a lot of Batman stuff out there, a lot of Joker stuff. This really tops it. I'm very happy I picked this up. I wasn't sure if I was going to or not. I decided, a 3-issue series, sure, I'll try it, and I'm really glad I did. So if you're into Batman, I would highly recommend picking this up. I'm sure it's not hard to find. To my knowledge, these aren't spec books or anything. Or you could, there's only 3 issues and the 3rd issue just came out, so a trade should be showing up pretty soon. So if that's more of your cup of tea. But yeah, so anyway, thought I would share my thoughts about this book, and I hope you enjoyed it. And, please comment below if you did, or if you read it, and tell me your thoughts about this book, or whatever. Yeah, so I guess that's about it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.